Hey y'all. Ooh, made that day, y'all. I'm so happy. I'm off before it got dark. Like, seriously. I'm so happy. Y'all, this thing gonna be a little shaky. Like I said, I need a whole new stand. Both of my stands. I had a stand in my work truck and I had a stand in my truck. And they both tapping out. The other one I already tapped out and broke. The one in my work truck, the little plastic part melted all over my work window. And this one I cleaned off and it's kind of holding up, but it really needs, it really about to tap out of that too. So I need some more stands. That's really like another reason why I ain't really been doing no videos, because I do the videos in my car. So I mean, that's like the only time I just really been able to just really do a video. And you know, I like doing videos in my car. So, but my stands, I gotta get some more stands, y'all. They just not working for me. But anyway, I'm so happy that I'm off before dark, even though it's about to be dark now, as y'all can see. But I'm still happy that I'm off before dark. I'm so thankful, because like I just been seeing darkness and I don't like it now while it's dark. Like, it's not even the holidays and it's crazy. So, but all is well, all is great. I'm off, so I'm thankful. I hope y'all day is going wonderful. Y'all Tuesday, man. It's Tuesday. I was just thinking about some tacos. Like, I really want some tacos. And y'all, I really don't have nothing to talk about. I just wanted to hit the start button, you know, just so y'all can ride with me and I can chat just in case some might come to my mind. I had some earlier to talk about, but it's out of my thoughts now. But I was like, okay, I still had the thought to do a video, so let me just go on, hit the start button, because I ain't been on here in a minute. So, you know, definitely want to be a blessing any way possible. Every chance I get. And y'all forgive me, because I'm not going to be looking at the phone like that, because I am driving. And I hope this is not bothering y'all. You know, beanie out way, but man, Lord, bring back what I was going to talk about earlier. I really cannot remember. I really can't remember. I'm really still stuck on people, y'all. Like, I have to just keep in mind of myself. Like, I'm human, so I know I make a lot of mistakes, a lot of bad choices. You know, I think wrong thoughts and do, you know, wrong things. I'm not perfect. So, you know, like, I think about that, like, when I'm, you know, dealing with other humans, because the same thing I want done to me, or, you know, how I want to be forgiven and how I go to God and ask God for forgiveness a lot. So, you know, I want a person to do the same for me. And, yeah. Oh, you know, no. I know what I was going to talk about. I remember now. It was a lady came up to me and was asking me about, y'all, forgive me if this thing fall, because it's just really just shaking and just really tripping like it want to fall. But a lady came up to me in the store and she was asking me how many hours that we work, because she's going through the process of getting hired with the post office. And I was like, well, you know, normally I'm getting off lately. It's been 8 o'clock, but they really want us off at 6:30, you know, especially since it's not the holidays. But it's been so many people out due to COVID and just injuries and different things like that. Like, we've been doing half a route. So we've been getting off at 8 o'clock. But, you know, she was saying, well, how long does it take? And I told her, like, for me, it took like 2 months, because I think they wait for a group of people, you know, to do a lot of people at the orientation and all that stuff. So, interview, all that. So, but I told her 2 months. And I also told her, you know, because she was like, she's going through the process. She already took the test. Like, she already in there, basically. And she was like, well, I'm just trying to do so I can make a decision on if I'm going to take it or not. And she was like, her reason why, I got 3 young kids. So, you know, I don't know. I'm still deciding. And that's all great or whatever. But the thought popped in my mind, like, count the cost, y'all. Count the cost. And I cannot tell y'all the scripture, but I know it's in Proverbs somewhere where it talks about, you know, it's just wise to, when you making plans, you know, if you're going to build something, you know, you need to know all the way, like how you need to. I'm just saying it in my own terms because I can't even think of I don't know the scripture, but I can't think of exactly how I put it. But go listen to Proverbs all the way through from beginning to end and you'll hear about it. But it talks about when you're building something, you know, you need to have the funds, basically. Like, you need to plan it out. You need to, you know, work the grounds before you even begin building. Like, you know, basically, like, count the cost before you even attempt something, you know, like, especially like a job. And I run into a lot of people that, you know, tell me about jobs. Just recently, these young ladies who was working for the post office, I don't see neither one of them now. I know one of them was talking about she had children, and she was like, oh, I just gotta leave. Just was leaving because she was like, I gotta leave my kids from daycare. And that was the same reason this young lady was saying she got kids at daycare and all, and she needed to know. Well, y'all, before y'all put in any applications for any job, any place, like, she's actually going through the process of getting it. Like, you know, that could have been somebody else's spot, especially if you don't accept the position. Like, you know, think about that before you put in a job, in an application at these places, because most of these places you're gonna have to be flexible at. I used to be like that when I had one child, but when I'm thinking about it, I was just like that because the place probably just didn't want to be there, because I always had, you know, somebody to look out for my daughters or the daycare. You know, I knew I was going to have them there. I never wanted that to be an excuse at work. Oh, I got kids, I can't do it, because it clearly says in the in the orientation application, all that stuff, it lets you know that it wants you to be flexible. You know, you can't, y'all, we can't keep using excuses on why we can't work and why we can't go to work and why we can't get things done, because those people understand, because of course they got kids too, but it's a business. You can't come in there and tell them, oh, I got kids, I can't do this. They already got rules and stuff set up. So you think they just about to change them just because you got 3 young kids? Like, come on now. But basically, like, count the cost before you even start the project. Like, before you build a house, it was like, it's wise, you know, before you build a house, you need to have all the money before you build this house. Like, you need to have all the groundwork done before you know, make sure you check the foundation before you build this house. Because, I mean, you know, you don't want to be building your house on no sand. You don't want to be building your house on nothing shaky. Just like her, you don't want to get a job and then don't be able to work it, because you didn't think about all of this before you know, really before you apply. You just have to be careful where you apply. You need to know the hours, what hours you're gonna work, and everything. And with the post office, period, it's a job you gotta be flexible at, because it's different times. It's not set times, you know. Yeah, they got a set time. You might come in at 7:30, 8 or something like that, but it ain't no guarantee to set time where you gonna get off. At least not with mail carrying. But I just said that to say, because I run into a lot of people who talk about jobs, and most of the people who are young ladies especially, that's always the excuse about a lot of stuff. My kids, this, and I got a daycare, this. You need to think about this before you apply for the job or anything. Like, plan it out, think about it. That's one thing that I had to learn, because I just up and go. I just up and do. I never was no planner or thinking about none of that stuff. But in the word, it say you better plan. That ain't me saying it. I ain't get that from nobody else, even though people talk about it. But God said that. You know, that's his word. You have to plan it out. You know, it is wise. He's saying you a wise person if you sit and plan it out. If you sit and have all of the money before you buy something. You don't put it talks about debt, y'all, in Proverbs. It talks about debt. Lord ain't trying to have you in debt. We don't supposed to owe nobody nothing but to love them. So us getting all this debt don't make sense. It don't make sense. I had a young lady call me. We were supposed to so-called be friends, but needed to borrow some money. And before I agreed to say yes, I was like, you need to pray on that, because this type of money you need, you shouldn't ask anybody for this type of money. Like, I wouldn't ask nobody for that type of money. And then she was talking about paying me back double. And it's just like, that doesn't make sense. You already asking for some money, and then you talking about you gonna pay double? You don't have this. So what sense does that make? You putting yourself in a deeper hole. And before I even answered and said, yes, I'll give this to you, I was just like, you need to pray on that. That type of stuff, you need to go to God. When you got something serious like that, a serious issue, a serious matter, something especially over like maybe like, I'm going to say $500. I'll just say $500, because $500 somebody might can give, and it's okay. Somebody might can give $1,000 and it's okay. But I'm just going to say $500, because for me and where I come from, really, $100, like, you pushing it. I'm just, $100, you pushing it. Like, if I got to give you $100, it's just like, okay now. And that's just real, because people ain't walking around and don't have that type of money. I'm a single parent with 3-4 kids I'm taking care of. 4 kids I'm taking care of right now. And you asking me, work at the same job I work at, and you asking me. So it's just like, we have to think about that before we get ourselves in this type of debt. It's people out here getting in serious debt, and then you asking to borrow money, more debt. Come on now. You got to count that cost. You got to think about that. And then when you get in those type of positions, you can't go around asking nobody for nothing. Go to God. Go to the source. And then it's crazy, because when you start telling people, like, go to God or pray about it, they get upset. I'm sorry. I don't have nothing else to tell you. Pray on that. And then you're going to try to say, I'm not a real friend, and friends on the... So you're questioning the friendship now. Because I didn't say just jump on it and say, yeah, I'm going to help. Nah, because I know what the word say in Proverbs is, you're a fool. You're a fool to take on somebody else's debt that you can't pay, that you agree to pay and you know you can't. It says in the word, go back and try to solve that quick. Get out of that quickly. So before I even get in it, I'm going to think about that. No, think. That's how my boyfriend tell me to think. And that's, you have to think. That's true. You have to think. And I think now. Because I don't like that. I only like the old people love. That's all I owe you is love. I don't owe you nothing else. I don't want to be in this truck. Can't wait till I pay off this truck. And I just got it. And I'm ready. I'm ready to pay off the debt. Because I just don't like owing nobody. Like, it says, owe no man nothing but to love them. And that's all I want to give you is love. I ain't trying to give you nothing else. At all. But I just was chatting with y'all before I went, home on the way. I love y'all. I hope y'all have an amazing night. Continue this night. If it's not going great, do whatever it takes for it to get better. Like, go to the source. This right here, me talking, YouTube, me doing this video, it's just a resource. It's just a resource to help you with getting better. It's not the source. It's not where you go to for the end all be all. God is the source. I tell my kids that all the time. Like, I'm just here to train you up. That's it. I know what the Lord told me to do, train you up. That's it. So don't get mad at me when I'm doing my part in my job. Don't get mad at me. Go to God with that. He the source. He the one told me to tell you these things to train you up. So don't get mad at me when I'm doing my part as far as training. And this is, part to it. So, hey, it's all love. Just a resource. I'm not the source. When you have a problem, you have issues like that, even with like the young lady with looking for jobs and stuff, that's something you have to pray on, because Lord, even me, I think about that, Lord, I need a job that's flexible with my schedule, with my children, not theirs. That's something you have to pray on before you take that step, before you even put in the application with these places, before you even ask for a loan, before you even go out and ask for anything. Pray on it, y'all. Go to God with it. See, people like this, let me just get over. Y'all ain't gonna let me over, y'all. Go to God with it, y'all. Go to God with it. Seriously. Like, don't take those big problems to man like that. They can't solve them. They cannot solve them. They can try to act like they can, but they can't. Take it to somebody who can solve it for you. Somebody it's gonna work. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna come through. He gonna give you the answer. You might not want to hear the answer, but he gonna give it to you. But I'm about to pull up. It's about to be dark. I love y'all. I hope y'all have peaceful rest, great sleep, peaceful rest. Count the cost of everything, y'all. Think about that. Think about that cost. Plan it out. You might not have the whole plan. Nobody, just think about it. That's what he's saying, and when I talk about planning it too, planning it is going to God about it. That's the planning. Go to him about it. That's what he wants you to do, and that's what he means as far as like plan it out. Like, make your choice. He means like come to me. Are you gonna come to me? Or you gonna come to me about it? Don't go to nobody else. Come to him about it. Tell him about your problems, your issues. Y'all, that car in that light mirror right there, this camera really tripping me out by backing in. But okay, I got it. It's crazy because I got a camera on the thing, but that doesn't help me. Y'all. But yeah, go to God about it. Pray about it with everything. That's what I'm starting to do now. Before I do anything, I'm just going to pray. This is going to give it to the Lord. 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 He is the only way. He is the right way. And, there's nobody else greater. It's great people around, but, he is the greatest. He is the greatest. Okay. But I love y'all. Have a great night. Be great. Sweet dreams.